Hey everybody, you know what time it is. It's time for the Galactic War. No, wait. It's time for Ambush. Nope. It's time for Syntax Live. That's right. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's doing great tonight. I got my notes next to me, which are mostly from everybody's comments, and I got my drink. So pop a top and let's get started. And here's to everybody's health, by the way. Okay, first things first. I need to know something, and this is something for everybody who asked for the t-shirts. Did you get the damn things? Okay, they were sent out last week. I hope you guys got them. If not, let me know by next week. There might be something caught up, and those of you who are not here in the continental United States, you might take a little bit longer for me to get there. Sometimes the international address gets a little, wonky. But hopefully you guys got your t-shirts, and I hope you enjoy them. So anyways, I'm going to be going down my comment section. Oh, somebody says they have arrived. Cool. Awesome. Oh, he has arrived. Okay. Never mind. I read that wrong. I saw it in the corner of my eye. I'm like, what? Maybe I need new glasses. Hold on. All right. First things first. I don't know if you guys actually have been following the series. Is this real life or is this fantasy? Somebody said something about mind flayers. Flayers? Is it flame? I screwed up when I wrote it down, folks. Mind flayers. And I don't know what that is. I'm not a huge gamer, folks. So if that was actually part of the IP, hopefully I got it right. There was a question on there. How long can this series go? Could it go forever? Yes, but it won't. It's got about 4, maybe 5 chapters left, and that's going to be it for a while. I'm going to be jumping on other stuff because, as you can see, those who have been on the channel, you notice I did a short just yesterday. Well, it's getting more views in one day than I got with this series in like 2 or 3 days. So I'm going to have to go back to shorts for a while, and then I can jump back into a series. Also on that one, there is a video dropping tonight. It's fairly long. It's 28 minutes, 28 minutes and change. And me trying to work with a whole new area and doing a lot of research, my brain hurts, people. It physically hurts me trying to squeeze all that information. I didn't know that when I got into this series that there was going to be such deep lore on some of these that it does. It hurts. You guys, this is why my 40K stories sucked ass, because I couldn't sit there and do all that research. I mean, there's a lot there. I mean, if I was going bare on Battletech and I didn't know anything about it, going in dry and had to learn everything, my brain would melt. So that's what that one is. One person asked, now apparently I didn't say this good enough on the first episode. He wanted to know if it was a reality slip, or if somebody's just writing something, or if they're an actual gamer got sucked in an isekai or whatever. I put it in the first episode, folks. It was a mixture of different technologies that had a strange side effect with each other. And will they get control of it? Will they not? Well, you're gonna have to find out. They did ask if I'm a gamer or a writer. I'm a writer who sometimes plays games. That's how it is. I love cinematics, though. I truly do. And if you're ever wondering what type of IP I'm working with on that, then for the love of God, just look in the comment section. Somebody actually puts it in there and just go opening cinematic. And you're going to find out what it was, because there was a lot of confusion. And I tried not to. Let's see, where was I? Somebody asked me which game is next. You gotta find. That's part of the series, man. That's kind of why the series was created. Was kind of to have a guessing game on what's coming next. I think you guys will like what's coming next. Which one is next here? I'm not going to show you my notes. No. These are my notes. I'll show you these ones here, because this actually has the order in which they're going to be happening. The one that's coming next, I guarantee you guys are going to like. Guarantee it. Maybe this one tonight, dropping you're going to be like, what the fuck is going on? But the one after that, it's going to be pretty damn obvious. Somebody asked why I dropped the video at noon. I was falling behind, guys. I was really falling behind. I feel like an asshole, and you guys deserve better than me not being able to give you content for 3 days, because that's a dick move, guys. There's no difference about that. It's just an asshole move, and I don't want to be that way. Okay, so it is what it is. So let's see. Okay, somebody was trying to bring up the fact that it was kind of a funny episode last time with that one series, Life or Fantasy. The reason I put all that weird shit in that's actually changing society, not just physically, was because it made the news, well, the independent news, with the fact you can't play Baldur's Gate for 10 minutes without one of the NPCs trying to screw you, trying to get your pants off, trying to, drop on their knees in front of you. It got so bad that even Ben Shapiro made a deal about that. And I can't picture him playing that sort of game anyway. And I was like, you know what? I got to touch on that, guys. It's not politics. It's just funny. I know that sex sells, and that's what they were doing. Speaking of which, those NPC channels with the AI and stuff like that, there's one called, a Tales from a Sarge or something like that. And he's done nothing but guys screwing aliens. But I'll tell you what, there's no passion. It's an AI channel. So you kind of can't even get into what you're hearing. You're like, oh, yeah. And they passionately embrace each other as they hold each other close. And it blah, 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 go fuck yourself, dude. It's just, it's bad. It's just, it's so bad that I've actually tried. I've forced myself to go all the way through one of his shows. And I gave it a thumbs down just because I'm like, it was painful to finish. And I appreciate all you guys here who like live action, live read stories. And on this channel, you're always going to get originals. Always. I will do everything I can to make sure it's original. With the exception of, if any of you send me a story that you want me to read, again, just hop on my email. It's in the description of every one of my videos, minus this one because I was in a hurry. And boom, send me and I will go over it. I'll give it any tweaks as far as adjustment in speech and or spelling corrections, and we'll get to it. All right. Next one. Somebody asked in the files if I was going to do a Wendigo at any time. The files would be oddly enough, I'm wearing the right shirt for it. The crazy uncle, he's talking to his nephew on all this different crap he's had to deal with his life. All the weird stuff, and he has files on it. Is he going to talk about Wendigo? Maybe. I'm not going to confirm nor deny on that. And he also brought up the Men in Black. Apparently, that was a shock to a few people. I didn't know that was going to come out of nowhere, but hey, it's better than using SCP because that gets. What's the technical term for SCP? Oh yeah. Somebody brought up a whole thing about the real life or fantasy, the interbreeding, because I mentioned things like the half orc, half elf, half dragon. That's straight from the IP. That's not from me. I had to put that in. It was required to do justice to the IP. That was required. So if there was confusion, I apologize. There might be something going on later on. I can neither confirm nor deny anything, but I have a feeling you guys that are avid fans of it are gonna go, "Are you freaking kidding me?" Trust me, it's locked in here. I'm trying to get it out. It's got the sucking motion in the ear right there. Okay. Somebody was looking through my old stuff and actually asked if I'm dyslexic. No, I'm not dyslexic, asshole. I am not dyslexic, and I'm not as think as you drunk I am. Schmucks. Whoa, oh, almost dropped my notes here. Let's see. There was a little confusion also in the thumbnail. Folks, for the love of God, go into the comment section because a few people thought it was from like Transformers or something. That would be the most solid Transformer ever. If any of these, if you know the series, again, look into opening cinematics, and there will be a hint to which cinematic in there. I recommend Paris. If you go into that, and trust me, it'll work. You'll find it. It's actually really interesting to watch. I watched it twice. Well, I watched all of them, but just to get ready for that, it was basically just research. Anyway, somebody was asking about other genres in that series, and all I can say is stay tuned. It's all it's all I can say, because I hate spoilers. I'm not gonna freaking do that shit. I have to admit, dude, you made me laugh. You made me laugh my ass off, because a lot of people not in my generation wouldn't understand this. When the car became a flying car overnight, and the guy's like, "What happened to my car, man? I like my car. Why doesn't it have wheels?" Yeah, it's going to have a Mr. Fusion in the back, and we're going to fill it up with a half-empty Miller Lite and a banana peel or something. That was a good chuckle, man. That was a really good chuckle. Also, there was some confusion. Again, you got to go into the IP. If you know what series it's from, then go and watch Cinemax. You'll get it, because those were not Transformers versus Spartan 2s. I know it sounds like it. I had to be a little vague because I can't say exactly, or else I'm in trouble. So, but good choice. But I said handheld shields, not actually body shields. Okay, the last comment there that I looked at, somebody said that the one-off I did, the 30-minute long video, was too short. Okay, I'll see what I can do about making longer videos. They are what they are, but to make longer videos, I have to go back to outline format. And those can be very, how do I put this? When I'm in the recording phase, they can be very difficult. They can be very, very difficult, because I have to go a lot of stuff on the fly on that. So that's the end of those notes. I will say on a separate note, I know a lot of you guys have been seeing all this news about the Assolite, Star Wars Asshole Light, the lesbian space witches show. And I'm just like, their IP is dead. They killed it a long time ago. And I believe it was like Force Awakens or something. They shot it in the head, and they didn't know it was dead until Shlomo, when the body hit the ground. And yeah, it is what it is. It's done. That whole IP is gone. If you still enjoy it, God help you. Okay, God help you, because I don't know what the flying fuck knuckles is going on with that shit. Okay, that was a really quick run through my notes. It wasn't a lot of notes this week, but then again, I haven't got a lot of views this week. Let's see. We got normal ones here. We got the Demon. We got the Ava. We got the Erica here. Yep. Isaac's here. We got all the normal ones. A few new, semi-new. I've seen a couple of these. Legos here again. Just guard. I'm just gonna say guard, because MTF, I'm gonna keep saying MFT, because that's an initialism I used to use all the time. Saying I have arrived. Let's see. Everyone's saying hi. Good morning. Well, good Lego. It's afternoon here, but good evening to you. Good checking in. Got mine on Monday. Okay, so you're talking about the t-shirt. So it did get through. Okay, great. Let's see. They're still showing ads, huh? And I on a live stream, I don't get ad revenue. I don't know why my nose itches, guys. I'm sorry about that. But I don't know why I don't get ad revenue for a live stream. It's kind of weird. So that's just Susan being Susan. I don't even bother with it anymore. Eric is saying Holtman, everybody's week was good. Well, I can't say my week was the greatest week in the world. My back still hurts, and I'm back to work tomorrow for basically walking around for about 6 hours holding the weed whacker that is built for somebody shorter than me. And when you have to be hunched over the whole time while weight's on you, ask any woman who is well endowed, if she's bent over the whole day, how bad her back hurts at the end of the day. It's about that bad. but I don't have anybody to crack my back straight. Last time I went and got a massage and she pushed down on my spine, I swear to you, it was like all the knuckles in your hand just cracking at the same time. She thought she hurt me. I was like, do that again, please, because that was awesome. She cracked like 3 or 4 times all the way down my spine. I got up. I was like, we're done. I'm out of here. Thanks. And she's like, you got 30 minutes left of the massage. I was like, no, that's all I needed. What? Okay. Lego saying, haven't watched that one. Sorry. And no need to apologize. You haven't got it. Not all the stories are going to match everybody. I mean, it's just the nature of the beast. We got a lot of people here who want me to do, they call us monsters, bring that back. I will be bringing it back, okay? After everybody's been asking for it, it might take a month, but I will be bringing it back, okay? So Ava says, just popping in to say good luck and gotta go. See you. Demon's got a vacation coming up starting Friday. Oh, that's cool. Don't have to go to work for a few days. That's always good. Going overseas, man? Or you just kind of doing one of those staycations? All right. Everybody's saying bye to Ava here. War Sniper pulling off the villain from, what was that? Iron Man. Good to be back. Or Autumn back. Or, no, wait. I screwed that up, guys. I screwed that up. So. Demon says mind flayers are from D&D. Well, there's where I didn't know it because I don't play D&D. I never got into it because when I was in college and people started playing D&D, because I never even heard of it until then. I thought it was just a cartoon. And those guys would be down in the basement of the dorms for like 7-8 hours. And it was when it's bad when they walk in and go, oh, the sun's so bright, it's burning my skin. Well, if your skin wasn't this shade after being downstairs the whole time, then perhaps, maybe you need a mind flare to drag your ass out of there. But yeah, I personally never got into it. I'd like to, a little bit, but mainly the main reason if I would have any type of D&D anything around would be for one reason only, is because if you got a lot of kids around and they got a lot of downtime, like it's the middle of winter and there's a snowstorm, then they can just sit there and play that. It's going to eat up a lot of time. They can practice their imagination and do whatever they do. And there you go. Guard is asking, are we getting any Dark Souls? Well, my soul's already dark enough. But are you getting Dark Souls? And I'm guessing you're asking about fantasy or reality. Maybe. I cannot confirm nor deny anything. Reason being is because I cannot spoil anything. I will not spoil a series. Okay? I might hint at things. I might tease things. But I cannot spoil anything. Because that is, like I said, that is a dick move. And I don't want to do that. I hate when people spoil stuff on me. Mind flayers would make sense. I think you went sense. Yeah. I don't know what they do, so I'm guessing they make sense. Let's see. War Sniper, me who was thinking that Kitsune's came last episode, and that was the reality waves. It was a disappointment. Ow, dude. Ow. Son of a bit. Ow. I'll look into putting them in. But they gotta fit. They definitely gotta fit because a lot of these, even in which one was it? It's in my notes here. Well, Fortnite didn't have any. I looked through Baldur's Gate. I didn't see a single one at all. Fallout definitely doesn't have them. StarCraft, I really doubt that. World of Warcraft, you're pushing it. I didn't go too much into that. I stuck with the original WoW on that one. But we'll see what happens in the future on that one. Demon says, I got a lot of small home projects to work on that will make time to fix. So I'll try to get them done ASAP so I can have fun. Yay. Yeah. Always work before pleasure because you don't know how long the work's going to take. Even though you sometimes, damn, I wish I could go out and have fun. Well, at least you're not running, jumping out your ass trying to do something. Yeah. War Sniper and his Kitsunes. Hey, he already got one in his battleship that he wanted to be part of. So there you go. It wouldn't be War Sniper otherwise. You know. That dude of the AI channels needs a girlfriend. Yeah, well, honestly, all he's really got to do is set his AI, adjust the description. I'm no kidding. There's a little bitty description box I've seen these programs. I refuse to use them, but they literally like, how do you like your story? Have start here in this genre with this character male, this character female, and adjust these 4 factors and end at this point. Send. And it takes like maybe 5-10 minutes. And then it literally goes from text to talk and it reads it for him. All he's got to do is hit AI and go, give me a picture of this. And there you go. He doesn't even put words on it. I'm like, come on, dude. At least put some effort into your work. And that's the same with all these AI channels. Why? Because they're run by the same people. You notice they're all, or almost all of them, are from 8.5 minutes to about 12.5 minutes. Very rarely do they really push beyond that. Why? Because that's the sweet spot for making videos and making money off them, because you can pump them out very quickly. Now, does they have longer ones? Absolutely. But it's just, it's all AI. All they do is they adjust 1 or 2 of the factors and say, okay, instead of on a cargo ship, put them in a school or put them in a university, or do online dating. That's the big thing now, online dating. Or, oh, I don't know, have them have humans be nothing but an AI program that these alien girls screw. Throw something out there, and it just spits it out, and it's weak. It's just weakness. Let's see, where was I? War Sniper. I don't know what Cat Son is. Yeah, when I read that too, I had to adjust. Okay. No, bonks. I don't know what you're getting that guard. I'm lost. I do know Nico's. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that, dude. I'm not gonna move my hands that way on that. Yeah, I know what that is. War Sniper, my spell checker is a butt munch. Okay. I believe that you'd be amazed how many times. This is why I went back to writing everything out longhand. Not only can I not type worth of dog shit, but when I do, it keeps changing the words on me. Like autocorrect will do weird things, and then you're trying to figure it out while you're reading. What the hell is I gonna say? It totally messes you up. Whoa. Okay. Sorry, this thing jumped. Give me a sec to. Demon says my autocorrect has corrected my poor spelling. So much started adapting my poor. It started adopting my poor spelling. Yeah, I've seen that happen. Let's see. Brian just got called to dinner, and he'll be back soon. Enjoy yourself, man. I actually had dinner about an hour ago. Erica said, I had a software update on my phone, and now I can't spell Japanese to English. Really? That's odd. Usually they don't mess with that sort of thing. Usually that's online. That's not actually in there. Is it like an application? Because if that's the case, you can actually give the provider a whole bunch of shit on that. Yeah, every time there's an update on this thing, I keep worrying it's going to fail on me. And with you guys, I'm sure you're the same thing. You get an update and suddenly one of your programs doesn't work until you change and you update the update. But to update the update, you got to do an update on this other update. But the updates on that other update are not ready yet. So you have to wait a day to update this other update, to update the first update that you want to update. My jaw hurts now. But it's just crazy. Yay, they're setting the body on fire now. It sounds interesting. War Sniper says, Sin, what tips can you give to people that want to go into content creation like being a YouTuber. Okay, first things first, you have to figure out what you're going to do. And when you do that, you want a rather eclectic way of looking at things. Now, I actually started off doing prepper videos, believe it or not. And it's what I used to do. I mean, I took a survival class. I was in the Army for 20 years. I know my shit. That being said, I wasn't getting any traction because, well, there's so many out there and people do really good shots. There's people that actually go off in the woods and they get all these fancy shots and stuff like that. Me, I'm standing in front of a fucking whiteboard. And then I finally learned how to do actual like changing of pictures and stuff like that, which did help a little bit, but it still wasn't something that people wanted to go. I believe it or not, the biggest video when I was doing that was something about money, how to prep money, which is literally you get $200 worth of ones, fives, tens, 20s, and 50s. You do the math, that's $1,000. That's your I'm fucked money. That's your it's something bad has happened money. That's the world is going to hell and the ATMs don't work money. But you'd be surprised. I had that and I had something happen and it kept me from basically having to chew my hand to have something to eat. But you got to find your own niche. Okay. And I did about 5 or 6 different things trying to find out what I was going to be best at. And I came down to the HFY because honestly, I was tired of listening to the same videos from 20 different people. They're reading the same story off Reddit. And I was like, you know what? Here's my niche. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to create my own stuff and I'm going to put it on. Okay. Whatever your niche is going to be, that's where you go. All right. Once you know that, you want to find out what type of editing software you want to get. You get whatever hardware you're going to get. You know, it took me a while. When I first started, I was working off a laptop and a headset. And that's why the stuff way back then sounds horrible. Absolutely horrible. I didn't know how to audio edit or nothing. You're going to have to do a lot of research on that one later. I use DaVinci usually just to get me off the ground. There are better ones, but I like using this one. Anyway, once you have all those set up, then you have to just start your recording. Get a decent camera, a decent microphone, start your recordings, get all your video compiled, start building everything, and get like maybe 5 to a dozen videos totally done. Totally done. Not halfway done. Not I've just started, but done. Okay. Then you go into the YouTube creator, or you go to locals, or you go to whichever one you want to talk about. Okay. Whichever one of those you're going to post on. You know, it could be X for all, you know. And you want to actually put those out every day or every other day while you're working on your new project to give you some leeway. The reason being is because you got to work with the algorithm, especially here on YouTube. The algorithm can kick you right in the nuts, and it's not going to be nice either. It's going to wait till you're turned around with your legs spread, and it's going to wham, hit you right there in the scrotes, and your channel's not going to get any traction for weeks. It's just the way they do things. Okay. Once you have all that set up, it's consistency. Consistency. Look in your comment sections. Take the critiques. Don't get mad. Just take the critiques and build yourself better. That's all you can do. And eventually, if you're good at what you do, you'll get views. You get enough. You get monetized. You get money. That's just the way it goes. Okay. I kind of went off on the weeds there. Hopefully I didn't bore the shit out of too many of you. But if you want to start creation, it always starts with the idea. And you have to break it down. And if nothing else, take a pad of paper, write down everything you think you need to do. And there's other channels online that'll tell you how to go through, but every one of them is different. See what actually doubles or they keep hitting on, because that's always the big stuff. And then go from there. So all I can say is good luck on that one. Okay. Let me clear my throat here. Chris says, it's not that it was too short. It was more that it was really good, and I got caught up in it, and it ended 30 minutes past. It felt like 5 minutes. Well, that just meant I was doing my job. The thing is, Chris, a lot of people do listen to these while they're working or they're traveling, and they just need to pass the time. So if I can get you so invested that time passes like that, I've done my job. And if you want more, I don't think that one I can actually do anymore, because that was meant to be a one-off. It actually came from something when I was deployed. The French guys and the British guys would always make it a point to tell us, hey, if we're in trouble, what frequency are you going to be on, so we can call you? Because it's just with us on this side of the pond, you call for help, we're rolling. We're spinning the rotors. Our vehicles are already heading towards the gate. We're coming, and we're coming hard. We're coming fast. Everything's locked and loaded. And God help anybody gets between you and us, because we're gonna fuck someone's face in. And but yeah, it was designed to be a one-off. I can't spread that any further. Okay. Guard is the fine. Okay, I didn't miss that, or I didn't get that. Okay. War Sniper, Sin, did my t-shirt went with SS Demon his t-shirt because he has two, maybe something? No, actually, everybody got two. I didn't mention that before, but I had black and I had blue. And so I forgot to specify which color, so you got two. So that tells me, War Sniper, that yours just isn't there yet. If he sent me the address, which I know he did, then yeah. See, Demon said, did you get the chance to watch the opening cinematic of Universe? Yes, I did. Earth Assault. I did love the game. Too bad it's dead now. That's unfortunate. There's a small community trying to keep it alive, but you can't buy it anymore. You have to sail the high seas and download it, and it's not easy. Yeah, I used to play a lot of Supreme Commander and Command and Conquer back in the day, along with Battlefield 2142. And those, it's hard to find communities that still do those. There is one for Battlefield 2142, but I found out really quick, if you're really good, they'll boot you from the server, especially towards the end of the game, so that they get the higher points. And usually it's the one that's hosting it. So I'm just like, screw you guys. Screw you guys, I'm going home. Yeah. But yeah, I've had that happen before. The guy who was running the server, I was sitting there, and I had found, actually, it wasn't me that found, somebody else had found this nice little depression where I could back one of the tanks up to, and I had really good, you couldn't come in sideways because the way the hill was, the terrain. But I could just bullseye, dead nuts these shots with a 105 tank cannon, and it was pissing a few guys off, especially the other side, because they were getting, trust me, if I didn't pick them off, they were in really good positions. And I picked them off so much that they actually tried to get me booted off the server. And this was like 2007 when it was going strong. And it's just like, guys, come on. Don't be dicks about it. I could see when I went in there and it was a knives only, and the first thing I did was start shooting. I fired a burst, and I actually went, oh shit. Unfortunately, there was no headset, no push to talk at that time, and they booted me that time. After that, my frame rate speed wasn't good enough, so I couldn't actually do any of that stuff. But it's a shame. Some of the best games out there just aren't supported anymore. Now we're stuck with mediocre games and very bad TV. It's so bad that at 8 o'clock, there's nothing for me to watch on television. Nothing I want to watch, unless I want to sit there and watch the news. But I can watch the news anytime. I'm talking about any other thing besides the Weather Channel and news. There's no sitcoms or anything anymore. There's all these game shows where everybody's, oh my God, look how thrilling it is. Fuck you, dude. It's boring. I don't know how they keep their energy up. I'd lose my freaking mind. Anyways, I kind of went off in the weeds there. So where was I? Okay, shit. Sorry, this thing just jumped like crazy. Bite Me, nice title by the way. Says, hi Sin, you mentioned losing subscribers a while back. YouTube likes to randomly unsubscribe people for no reason. Happen to Doomcock all the time. Yeah. I don't do the type of stuff he was talking about because it was drawing a lot of people in, but it was considered controversial because he was actually having an opinion outside of the message. And yeah, I actually just had one of the guys I subscribed to. It wasn't there, so I had to go and resubscribe. I was like, "What the flying fuck knuckles is going on?" But yeah, it does happen. Sometimes they unsubscribe, but people haven't watched in a while, so I'm hoping that's not the case. But you are true, Senior Bite Me or Signorina. I don't know. It just says Bite Me, so it could be anybody. I'm actually not going to bite you, not unless you piss me off. Okay. Erica says, Sin, I like how you had one day you did X story, the other day you did Y story, and the next day was Z story, and you went back to X. I was trying to do that, and the problem is I noticed something on one of the chapters for, say, X story. I basically copy and paste the Z story onto it. I got my storylines confused. That's why I stopped doing that, because it was screwing me up. Originally, I was doing that just to kind of keep things fresh. I might try to do like 2 separate stories and do it back to back, kind of like I'm doing now. I throw in a one-off with the series, because not everybody likes series, not everybody likes one-off. So I do what I can here. And FYI, that last one-off was recommended by you guys. It might have been inspired by something else, but it was recommended by you guys. I didn't write it down, so I can't give the shout out. But it is what it is. Okay. War Sniper says, Sin, look into Azure Lane. There's enough Konsunes where, hold on, let me, Azure Lane, Acer, Azer. Okay, I'll look into it. I don't even know what it is. I don't know if that's anime or is that game or what is it? Okay. Let's see. War Sniper says, Battleship correction drone carrier, it was a sin. Huh? Battleship correction drone carrier was a sin. Oh, well, okay. No. Yeah, true. I couldn't change the style of the ship for the story. I could just change who was in the ship for the story. I wanted to throw you guys in there, just like I won't mention someone else who wanted to fire the big gun. Hint, 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 hint. She's here. Anyways, let's see. Demon says the body on fire was about Star Wars. You're not on fire, Anakin. It's in. Don't let the invisible fire burn my friend. He's just limbless on the ground in a pile of lava. And don't worry, it's fake fire. Sorry, I had to make fun of that a little bit because honestly, I just no. There was I actually served with somebody who was a Star Wars encyclopedia. I'm actually glad I wasn't in touch with him when those prequels came out, because he would have lost his shit. Apparently, that one movie, number 3, I think it was, where Darth Vader actually became Darth Vader, is like 5 books long. You can't do that and actually have a cohesive narrative that doesn't whip through at freaking ludicrous speed. There's a reason why they went to plaid. I mean, it's just Okay, the rotation of the stories might help with keeping new people from leaving. If there's a story they don't like, they can just that day maybe. I don't. You're right. You know what? Story rotations. Big bold letters here. And just to be sure, I'll put X, Y, and Z. Examine your zipper right there. Yeah, most of us don't remember that, but that's an old Gen X thing. In case your fly is down. Where was I? Sorry, this thing jumped again on me. But you guys are right. I'll see what I can do. The problem is, it seems like this time of year, everybody wants a piece of me, and people just show up. They don't even tell me they're coming. They just show up. Ain't that fun when people do that? Show up. Hey, can you help me out? Oh shit. All right, I'm coming. All right. Guard says it's always fun to listen to Sin's podcast while getting my ass whooped by Dark Souls 3 bosses. Just a heads up, I'm on playthrough 3, so every boss either does a quarter bar worth of. Ow! Hold up. Hold up. I would say more, but I have to write down because Erica sent a $5 super chat. And let me write this down so she gets her shout out this week. I'm looking at her name and I even misspelled it. I don't know. Did you get did she see your shout out for this past week there, Erica? Because I might have just said your name wrong again, which would have been truly, truly, truly outrageous. And I guarantee you're probably too young to know what the hell that means. Trust me, when you look it up, you're just going to be like, you're an asshole. Yes, I'm an asshole, but I'm a dick by choice. Okay. Thank you again, Erica. That was very much appreciated. Very, very much appreciated. Where was I here? Yep, with Guard literally playing Dark Souls where they go, here's your ass. Let's see. War Sniper says, I'm thinking about doing content that helps people how to fight bosses. Are you talking online bosses? Or how to do quests and do specific missions or achievements? Is that like a Let's Play type of thing? I'm not sure. I'm at a loss on that one. If you're talking bosses in video games, are you talking bosses in role-playing games? Are you talking beating the hell out of your boss in real life? I mean, don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people that like to do that. Let's see. War Sniper says, then I understand what's going on about the t-shirts. Okay. Isaac says, I have not gotten the t-shirt yet. All I can say is they were sent out last week. If you have, next week when we check in, if you still haven't got it, let me know. I am 100% out of extra large, but I can restock, or I can send you larges. That's not a problem. Just let me know if you haven't got it, okay? War Sniper says, if you know the position, if you know if the position is compromised, don't go back to it so easy. Okay, yeah. Why would you go to a compromised position? Hold up. Wait a minute. Something is right. We got a $20 super sticker from the SS Demon. Let me write you down here. 20. Thank you so much. You definitely keeping the lights on here. And I appreciate that very much. You are definitely helping the channel. And it was actually used definitely to send those t-shirts out. And might be used t-shirts out again because apparently snail mail is taking for fucking ever. And hopefully you guys can actually wear them. Believe it or not, I gave a medium to my nephew because he's like this thick. I mean, he's just a twig. That being said, he says, I like the shirt. I can't wear it at school. Why not? It's got a gun on it. Motherfucker. I was just amazed at that. Really? When I was a kid, the worst we had was co-ed naked, which was literally satire. It was jokes. It was literally, it's like co-ed naked billiards get felt on the table. Co-ed naked racing, or no, pit stop. Co-ed naked pit stop. You know, get your nuts off, change your rubbers, get back at it. You know, yeah, it was for the late 80s, early 90s. That was, I guess, risque by today's standards. It's BS. But anyways, thank you again, Demon. Let me get back to the chats here. Where was I? Warstorm says Azur Lane is an anime, but has also there's a mobile game. Oh, it's one of those games. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Okay. Warstorm, I can't type today. I can barely talk right now. Powering through it. If it wasn't for the power of birch beer, the power of birch beer compels you. I wouldn't be able to talk at all right now. Says good with every story, so he's fine either way. That's fine. Like I said, it's really, you can't make everybody happy, but God help me, I try. Okay. So Isaac saying Azur Lane is one of my favorite games. Oh, I got it right here. I'm even writing down game and put a big arrow rec next to it, so don't forget. Wars Number says, I know how you feel. I have it all the time. My family are out of nowhere inviting me, asking me to help, and I'd like to, fine. See, that's the problem when you dedicate yourself to actually supporting the family. I mean, you'll love them. You'll do anything for them, but God, do they just show up at the worst times. And I had to go, I think like 3 times out of the field to ted it, which for those of you who don't make hay bales, that means you fluff up the hay and it flips it over so it dries, so it doesn't mold. But we had such a hot day that it was evaporating so fast that I had to go up there 3 times. It takes like an hour or 2 to get it done. So there goes my day. I mean, and you got to focus so much on what you're doing that it kind of burns your brain out. Yep, Demon. It was truly outrageous. That's an old show, guys. That's old. That's like original He-Man Masters of the Universe. And it's oddly enough, how do I put this? It actually showed that TV truly killed the radio star at that point. Because the premise of the show is you had some average looking girl who could sing exceptionally well, but nobody would pay her mind until she dolled herself up like a whore. Holy fuck, I just realized that's Lady Gaga. Holy shit, that's true. That's what it is. And guess what? I just realized she did the same fucking makeup as the original cartoon with the star over the eye. She did that. Guess what? When I see her without the makeup, she's kind of homely, but she's a great singer. Once she puts the makeup on, I can't listen to the bitch because she sucks. But she looks a certain way. She acts a certain way, like a whore. And there you go. I'm like, what the flying fuck is going on? But, she's not the first musician to sell out, and she won't be the last. They all sell out eventually. Hell, I can list off a couple of country music singers who sold out. Garth Brooks being number one. He sold out like that. That's why he was saying he's got more money than him and his next 3 generations can spend. And yet he still wanted to go on tour. Why? Because he didn't actually have as much money because he was pissing it away. Not to mention, he kind of sort of started to totally suck. Anything before he got famous was good. Anything after he got famous blew ass nuggets. It was terrible. Okay. Warzone says bosses in video games. Okay. That's hopefully that's not already a soaked God damn it. Content. Okay. Hopefully there's not too much content on that. Bite Me. It's Mr. Okay. It's Mr. Bite Me. Okay. I like your new and old storylines. Please bring back the nanite swarm weapon in one of your space battles. It could be used as a doomsday weapon. Use an enemy fleet is too big. I don't use the nanites too much because now I do a lot of hard science fiction. And the main problem with the nanite swarm is the fact that in space, despite what a lot of the science fiction shows might want you to think, you're really far apart. So you being hit with enough nanites to actually chew through the hull of your ship in a decent amount of time is very unlikely. you're going to get 1, maybe 2 ships with it, and that's about it. Now, when I did the nanite swarm on the planet, that was different because a planet's consolidated. It's very easy for the nanite swarm to take hold and consume the entire world. It takes a lot longer, but it can be done. Now, will the nanite weapon work? Absolutely. There is one way to stop it, though. Good old-fashioned EMP. You cannot shield nanites enough. There's just not enough there. If you put shielding on them, they become too heavy and they can't do what they need to do. But the nanite weapon does work to a point. If you can get them all together, nanite weapons are gruesome. Because not only will they eat through the hull, not only will they eat through the bulkheads, but they'll eat through you. Ugh. That's when they used it on the last species there on the planet. They would be like, "What's this?" And they touch it with their finger, and their finger starts to dissolve. And it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? They try to rip their finger off. All of a sudden, they got the nanites on their other hand. Oh my God, it's melting away. And oh my God, my hands are gone. And yeah, hard and gruesome way to go. Very, very gruesome way to go. Guard says, finally, after 4 tries, I killed the rotten great wood. Like, Jesus Christ, its grab attack in phase 2 takes away half your bar worth of damage. Damn. That's damn. Okay, now here's the thing, Guard. You might like this because originally, now I shortened it because I didn't think it would take off. It really didn't because I shortened it, which is kind of a catch-22. The original idea was you had about 150 people. They got pulled into a separate dimension by whatever being you want to call. I don't remember what I used. And their job was to win their favorite game. Well, a few people start freaking the hell out and like, just kill me now, because their favorite game was the Dark Souls game that you're playing right now. And they're like, what the hell? If I die in the game, what happens? Well, you die in real life. Well, just kill me now, fucker. It's better than the nasty way I'm going to go when I get there. You know, this, the great wood coming up behind you and giving you the great wood. You know, it's just this, there's quicker and easier ways to do that, you know, to end you instead of being full Vlad the Impaler. He also says, I didn't get my ass handed to me on a silver platter. No, it was an obsidian platter with diamonds encrusted in it. Why not? I'm not even sure. Of course, that would make the diamond shine obsidian. If anybody doesn't know, obsidian is like pure black. It's literally so dark it actually sucks in the light. That's how dark obsidian is supposed to be. But that's why obsidian is considered a magical color, because nothing we have in the spectrum can be that dark until you look into a black hole. That one actually does absorb light. Let's see. But yeah, that was the original premise of that story. It turned into a short, and the guy just went into his own. He actually went into the battle tech, but the guy knew where to get the Tripits, which was the warship left over from the SLDF. So he got that. He got all the goodies inside. He didn't go to the campaign mode. He went to the story mode, which meant he had all this extra time before he even started. And then he started by sending the battleship off to wherever, becoming the soldier there for the story mode for a year or two, you know, going to that. And then he's got another year where all of a sudden he's getting all this extra stuff, he's working for a mercenary company, but now he's got the money. He can pay off all the debts. He can go wherever the fuck he wants. So he, you know, the dude's living large. And by the end, the rule is if you survive to the end, whatever is yours in the game world becomes yours in real life. Well, guess what? He ends up bringing a whole friggin' flotilla in just outside of lunar orbit. You got that big bulbous battleship, or basically mobile space station that they fly around in. He's got his battleship. He's got God knows how many drop ships. He's got all this fun stuff. And then he goes down, and it's the first time I did the whole, yeah, you guys can have the ship, but we're going to be out in the open, and we're going to make sure we don't end up in a lab. By the way, here's my clanner wife, and she's genetically altered. By the way, keep your probes and needles and all your fucking hands to yourself. You know, it's what it is. But anyway, that story didn't really go anywhere because I didn't do a great job at it. I was starting out, and I didn't know how far I could push things. So anyway, that was my side rant. Sorry, guys, I went off on out there. Demon says, I'm fat, so I use the t-shirts as decorations to my... Oh, come on, man. Now you got me pulling the Joe Biden. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on. You know the thing. You know the thing. Chris says, you got me thinking about my time in Slick. Oh, boy. You weren't lying about the Brits having us on speed dial when things went south in the sandbox. I'd love a story about an extraction team. Actually, that one was going to be the extraction team. That one's on deck, by the way. It might not be tomorrow, but it's coming. Got to get them in and get them out. But instead of that, the reason this one ended up being they're going to just save you is because I had just finished watching Hacksaw Ridge, and it was stuck in my brain. And it was all I could do during the recording, not to have in the background, please, Lord, just one more, just one more. You know, just I've done that before. I've done it, and I've done it better. So I don't want to do that. But, okay, let's see. Erica says, yeah, I thought it was a bleeping hilarious a-hole move because how much what? Okay, I think I must have missed something here. Okay. Don't know where to go with that one. Warson said, I know, right? They always come at the wrong time. Yep. And what really gets me, and this is why I had to apologize to you guys, is I'll be sitting there and I'll be just getting into my groove. And it's starting to flow. It's starting to get there. I'm like, my hand hurts, but I can't stop. It's getting along, and all of a sudden here, hey, you in? Yeah, man. It literally is just like that. It's crazy. But yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's family. Mr. Bite Me says, Sin. I gave up mainstream TV years ago. I watch YouTube and stream anime. I would too, but one, I'm not going to pay for the streaming service, and two, well, you can watch if you know where to look. You can find most of them on YouTube. I say most because sometimes they'll actually block one episode. The very last episode of Moonlight Fantasy for this season was actually blocked on YouTube. I was like, you bastards. 12 episodes, you're going to block me from the last one, you pricks. Let's see. He says, I get to choose what I watch and when, which is true. And this is one of the things. The actual mainstream media is dying. More people are not even starting with them. They don't trust CNN. They don't trust MSNBC. They don't trust Fox News. They don't trust the BBC. They don't trust anything that's on. If it's mainstream, they don't touch it. I actually know somebody down in, where was he? I think he said it's South America. They actually have the nude news. I'm like, dude, please tell me you're joking. He goes, no, here. And he sent me a link. And sure enough, as the girl's doing the weather, she's taking her clothes off. And she gets down to her freaking britches. And she's doing her final thing. And she, sure enough, pops the top off. I'm like, you've got to be kidding. This is what happens? I even got back to him. I was like, please tell me this is not the only reason you watch. He goes, no, that is the only reason anybody watches TV now. I was like, how, what, where? Ow, my brain hurts again. You know, just you can't think about that logically. In a way, it makes sense, but I'm just like, really? Let's see. Warson says, I think my drone carrier gets to come back if Bite Me have something to say about it. Maybe. Just maybe. Let's see. Guard says, oh boy, I could show you what a great wood looked like. You'd say, damn. I read that on. Hold on. Let me get this right. Ha! Oh boy, I could show you what a great wood looks like. Say, damn. Yeah, I kind of screwed that up a little bit. Anyways, Lena says, I don't remember. I think Battletech has digital ghosts in it. It does, but they're not really talked about. It comes up every once in a while, but that's about it. The only digital ghost they have is the old AI that has been sitting so long that part of its program is kind of iffy. So it starts to kind of reprogram itself a little bit. Demon says, well, I'm a 3XL shirt size, so XL will not fit me. LOL. So I hung them up so I can still show them off. Well, I appreciate you showing them off. And I don't fit in half the shirts either. So actually, I'm going to be giving away to a few people, like I give them away to you guys. But I'm not going to do that too much until after next week, just to make sure. Okay, Demon says, I know a few good safe sites that are always up to date for sailing to high seas for anime. I refuse to give money to the woke fan-hating American companies for anime. If you want, I can send them to you. Next time you see my email in the comment section, by all means, I'll look them up. I don't have a shit ton of time to sit there and binge, but if I have half an hour to an hour, I enjoy a good one. And when I say good one, the storyline has to work. And if I'm not going to sit there and watch for the plot or the assets, okay? It's not what I'm there for. Seriously, I could go one exit down and see that for real. I don't need to see that. That's not what I watch it for. I want to see a good show. And believe it or not, anime sometimes will tell you stuff that you didn't know about another culture. Like, I didn't know that Japanese were so racist because almost all the bad guys are blonde hair, blue-eyed, and 6 feet tall. There's that. There's also the fact that all these guys are scared to death to sleep with these women, to actually, go in there and just split them down the middle and make sure both halves are smiling. Why are they scared about it? Well, I didn't know this, but apparently over there, if you knock up a woman or get married, your life is there to support the woman. And basically, if you're not working 12 to 14 hours a day, 6 days a week at minimum, then you're not working hard enough. I'm like, are you kidding? No wonder these guys are staying away from. They're like literally at 13 years old going, the logical part of my brain is kicking in. Well, you're screwed, little buddy, and not in a good way. I'm just like, are you kidding? It's like, wow, just wow. And I didn't truly know this until I actually knew somebody who got married to a Japanese chick, and she would actually say right in front of them, if you don't do this, I'm going to get a divorce. Like, take out the trash or something like that. I'm like, does she say this a lot? Or you guys actually having problems? She goes, or he looks at me and says, no, that's the way their culture is. If you don't hurry up, I'm going to call for a divorce. Believe it or not, when he actually showed up maybe 2 months later after that with divorce papers and said, you say divorce one more time and I'm submitting these. Psh, now sign them. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe you'd want to actually divorce me. Well, she doesn't realize that in our culture, you got to mean that. But if you watch anime, you can learn a little bit about Japanese culture. Now, it's not going to be perfect because not all Japanese people get shocked and go, and fall over. That's not how it works. But anyways, side rant. Sorry about that. Demon says, I'm working on another portion of the fleet I sent you, but I don't have to wait. But you don't have to wait on the half. It's just the colonization and terraforming ships. Now, here's the thing on that one, Demon. In the last short, I did mention the drone fleets. I was going to go into a full rant, and I stopped myself because I started looking into it. And with all the detail you gave me, that would be like a 3-part, and I needed to get a story out. So I couldn't get in detail. However, yes, that was going to be there. And yeah, it was like chewing on rubber. It actually hurt me to not be able to put that in, but I had a time hack to meet. Believe it or not, that last one, that one-off, got posted about maybe 7 or 8 minutes before midnight. That's how long it took me. Well, it took me that long because I had to go to work. Plus, I had everybody bothering me. It was a friggin' mess. So, anywho's, I'll be looking forward to that, because once you get everything, I might make a full-on series on those. I got something stewing in here. I won't mention what it is because I don't want to ruin anything for anybody. You know how I hate spoilers, folks. But I have a way of getting it done. But I'm going to have to literally sit here with all your notes in front of me so I can stop and highlight and go over everything and make sure it's right. War Sniper says, I'm losing weight, so I'm going to wear them. Cool. Guard saying, damn the autocorrect. It removed like half of what I said. It does that. It was supposed to say, if I could show you a picture of what a rotted great wood looked like, you'd say, damn. Yeah, it pulled out the God damn it, the punctuation and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. It still came across, I'm sure. Lena says, if the cat girls are just cats and then the goblin girls are just chickens. Yeah, that's how they start. Well, yeah. On certain ones, if you're talking for is this life or is this fantasy, in the original, when there was a change in the actual whatever, like elves would come from humans because they're closest to humans. Goblins, I literally just pulled the chickens out of my butt because I was like, what's one of the most common farm animals that we have? And it kicked in. Not to mention, those little cluckers are everywhere. And those roosters, I mean, they will literally hold down a hen just to do what they want to do. I mean, it's just crazy. Just like there's still, I haven't touched on it much, but there are like mer folks who come from sharks and dolphins and stuff like that. We got a couple of minotaurs in there. Where'd they come from? They come from bulls, actual bulls. And you want to say that's no bull? No, it actually is a very big bull. And it was all I could do. I still couldn't get the joke in. You guys have seen, I think it was a game called like Dragonborn or something like that, where you had the lady who was screwing the guy who was part Minotaur, and people walked into his hut and he's friggin' still sprawled out, and the guy comes in, oh, great makeup, what the heck? And then a woman comes in and looks like, funny, I cannot move my legs, which is one of the funniest lines in all of the gaming cinematics. It was just great. Where was I? Oh yeah, War Sniper's right. It's foxes or Konsunes. Konsunes aren't felines. They're fox. They're a 9-tailed fox, and the actual Konsune is sort of like an energy vampire type of deal, which there's more to go into it, some of which would actually get this stream cut off, but they do absorb power and hold it in their tails. And you cut a Konsune's tails off and you might as well just kill it, because they'll just kill themselves, because they're like, no. It'd be like cutting off both your arms and you're a jazz musician or something, and you just like, okay, my life has no meaning anymore. Demon says, have your email saved, so I'll just send them when I have time. I suggest you use Brave browser or internet browsing. It's auto blocks most pop-ups and hides most ads, so you don't have to deal with them. Okay, good to know. So you don't have to deal with the adult ads on the sites. Okay, yeah. That's just why. Just why? Let's see. War Sniper. If you see it in any way, okay. I think that was supposed to be part of the other one. Foxes, Arkansunes. If you see it in that way. Yep. Yep. Oh, Brian's back. He's back. He is back. Okay. Lenin said, you are watching the wrong anime. The main protagonist syndrome it's going to be scared of women. Well, I don't want to say scared of women, but yeah. Like Moonlit Fantasy, if you actually look into it, actually has a reason. He's actually physically scared of those two. He is petrified. He's afraid that the black-haired girl is literally going to eat him, and not in a fun way. And he's afraid that the other one, the dragon, is going to literally suck his memories out of his head, and he's not going to have anything left. He's like, he is terrified of those two. But he still looks at him as hot as hell, but more like sisters. Oh God, I just crossed a line on that one, didn't I? Oh God, oh, my brain just went there. Oh, brain bleach. Okay. Warstorm says it's almost every animal turns into a demi-human because of the waves. Hold up, cows turn into cow demi-humans. Hint, hint, wink, wink. No, not quite. Are there female minotaurs? Yes. But they kind of mix in with each other. But the thing is, most of them work on farms for good reason. There's plenty of food for them out there because they still ate the same thing. And it'd be like working with chimps or something. Whatever, big deal. Or maybe they, start raising something else like buffalo. Buffalo are mean. That's why we don't actually raise them. They'll kill you. But who's to say that at one point you might not find a female minotaur that finds a certain guy attractive? Anyway, let's see. Demon says, it's all good. You don't have to wait, but I'll have a shit. Hold on. This thing's jumping like crazy. I'll have a vacation here soon, so I'll have the free time to work on it soon. Okay, cool. See, he also says Friday, June 28th till June 7th, I'm off work and I'll only have plans for about 4 of those days. So I'll try to get it done and properly organize it for you. Well, you don't have to organize. I can do the organize on that as long as they're in sections. And one file so you won't need multiple. Well, again, I can work with it. So you want multiple pages open at once to make it easier. Now, here's the thing. You don't have to worry about that, Demon, because what I'm going to end up doing, my printer is right there. It is 2 arm lengths away from me. And I'm going to end up printing them out. And I'm going to have them spread over. And I'm going to have my notes scribbled all over them. Because, I can't show you that one. But, yeah, that's how I roll. I have notes. I have got notes here. I got the one I can't show you here. But, well, okay, I can show you that side. But let's see. I have the one I flipped over my shoulder. I got this one right here that I just finished working on today. I mean, it's just, I've got notes everywhere, guys. It's how I work. If you look at an artist's desk and it's clean, something's wrong. Just pure and simple. Something's wrong. Demon also, okay. Bite Me says, Demon, I also got the free site, as I have the same attitude as you, and I use Firefox with extensions to block ad tracking, etc. Yep. Alan's here. Hello, all. Hello, Alan. How you doing? Warstorm said, I would not mind my Kitsune wife takes some energy of my soul to feed herself. Yeah, well, you might rethink that later. Ripping your own life force energy to do something like that. Kind of hard to enjoy something if you're only going to be alive for 2 more seconds. It is what it is. I mean, the same thing with what the hell they call the tree people. I'm trying to remember the name of it. God damn it, I can't remember. The dryads. The dryads are another type of energy vampire. Now, do they transfer the energy from you to the forest? Yeah, that's how they do it. Usually they suck it out of you, but they, despite what the anime says, they don't actually sleep with you. Erica says, best brain bleach, cute animal videos. Yeah. Oh, that's one of them. Feel good videos, you're saying. Feel good videos. Yeah. So the thing is, I like my fucked up but funny type videos, you know. Somebody doing something stupid and paying the price like, ha ha, dumbass. Demon says, I'm glad I'm not alone. I would pay to watch to support the anime industry, but they don't have these options other than the American ones, and I will not do that. I can't say I blame you. When I found out that they were using AI to do the actual subtitles, not the voices, but the subtitles, I was like, thank you so much. Because I finally got to read what the flying fuck knuckles they're actually supposed to be saying. And some of these guys curse a lot, but they won't actually say it. Now, if we can just get it without being edited, you know, oh, they have a cigarette in their hand. Here, let's change it to a lollipop. He's smoking a lollipop. What the fuck? Ugh. Just, ugh. Let's see. Have you watched Jobless Reincarnation? I believe that I'm trying to remember now. Is that the one where he ends up with he just started banging the blue-haired girl? I think that's when I watched the first season. I haven't had enough time to sit and watch the second one. Some of it just kind of, I don't know, goes off. If I remember correctly, that was the original isekai, and almost all of them are designed after that one. It was a breakthrough idea. I think some of the things they go over are a little silly, but you know, it was the first. I expect a few bugs in the system, but yeah, it is what it is on that. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Although you're like, dude, you're in an area where, you know, picture, if you will, this guy has just made friends with this beastman type group. It's the rainy season, so the girls are playing about in the water. Well, if they're basically Stone Age type folks, they don't have bathing suits. So what's he doing? He's trying to hide while he's, you know, jerking the gherkin. And yet everyone around there has an extremely high sense of smell. He's not hiding shit. I mean, come on. Just seriously. The father should have beat his ass on that one. I mean, hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. It has its definite moments, but yeah, I've seen it. Okay. Lena says, there have always been a history of tsundere characters abusing male characters in the anime. It stops being funny. Yeah, that's true. When tsundere characters get their just desserts and somebody, you know, you treated me bad the whole time. Why the hell would I date you? But I like you. You treated me like shit. So here's what you can do off, you know. And I like that. I like that because that is what real life should be. You know, be able to tell somebody who treats you like garbage, go fuck yourself. Now there's, I'm trying to remember the other side of that. There's one that abuses you and treats you like garbage, and there's the other one, yandere ones. Those are the ones that are like, I love you so much, I'm going to cling to you and do all these nasty things for you just because I love you so much, yada, yada, yada. And you're just like, okay, turn down a few gears, will you? Turn the dial down from 11, at least down to 9, please. Yeah. Anyways, Demon says, want me to double space for you, or can you write your notes in between the line? However you want to send it, however you've already created it. Don't do anything special for me. I'll adjust. I can do the adjustments for that I need to do. My notes are not all that much. If it's already written out, what I'm going to be doing is working in between my stuff and yours, so I'm just going to be going back and forth a little bit. That's it. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, sorry. Hold on. This thing jumped like crazy. Okay. War Sniper, I wasn't talking about female minotaurs. I was talking about a female woman with a cow tail, cow horns, and ears that cows turn into, and that they have some big parts. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. So basically, you're looking at what was that? The Doctor anime where he starts off. It was literally the first scene where he's feeling up the udders to find out if she's pregnant or not. It could do that. I mean, it's not too far from what can be done. I mean, like I said, if I had worked with Dragonborn instead of what was that one I did? Baldur's Gate or something like that, or not Baldur's Gate. Instead of WoW, that would have been beyond easy to do. But to adjust the way you want, it's going to take a little bit of moving. But it can be done. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, Leonid, I prefer magical wolves instead of kitsune. Okay, we're going into the weeds on that one. As in a partner, or are you talking as a partner? You know, that's kind of what he was talking about there, Leonid. You know, it's magical wolf girls, or like actual doggy wolves here. Let's see. Mr. Bite Me, Isaac, Jobless Reincarnation is good. Have you watched Eminescence in Shadow 1 and 2? So good. I do not believe so. And Mr. Bite Me, don't take this personally, but I think that show sucks balls. Like serious balls. And I'll give you the reason why. And I'm not going by the light novels. Okay, I'm going exclusively by the show. I was watching the show, and when they finally got to that one scene, it's a really good scene, where he goes, I am atomic, and he literally blows a nuke's worth of energy straight up into the sky. If you listen to him talk and you see what's on the screen, what it is he's basically an immortal. If he deliberately dies in there, in whatever universe he's in, then he will be isekai'd to a different dimension. If he dies by accident, he will simply be reborn in that same dimension. If you watch, he's talking about when they were creating the nuclear weapon, which means he was born back then. He worked on the Manhattan Project. He was able to stand there next to the nuke so he could try to absorb or block that much power. And then he realized as he's dying, this doesn't work. You have to be the explosion. If somebody is simply going to be reborn in like 5 years or something like that, and he's going to do the same shit over again with the same type of powers, where's the drama? Where's the sense of, oh shit, this has consequences? Where is that? It's not there. Now, people have told me, and believe me, I've had this conversation before, where people say, well, in the light novels, it says this. I'm not talking about the light novels or anything else. Comics, nothing. Just the show. And all I can say is he's surrounded by these absolutely gorgeous women. And I'm starting to wonder if he's relived too many times, because he has absolutely no interest in getting any type of schnook, any type of snoo, any type of going on. I'm like, how many times has this guy gotten laid? Probably 10 billion at this point, because he's got no interest. He's like, I have no interest in the happy sack, because guess what? I've done that so many times. I've done everything with it. I have no interest in it anymore. He's literally burned himself out. I'm like, dude, your body is brand freaking new. Enjoy it. But nope. It does it pass the sniff test? Nope. Smells like shit. At least to me. You can enjoy it all you want. By all means, if you enjoy it, I hope I didn't ruin it. I really hope I didn't ruin it for you. But to me, I can't watch it. I can't. There's nothing that I can sink my teeth into anymore. Alan says, just think you should invest in a stationary store. Yeah, no. War Sniper, I heard if she takes a little of your essence, you regain it in time, only you feel tired as hell. Yes and no. You're talking about the same idea as a succubus. You need her to leave you the hell alone. The problem is with the Kitsune, you will get beyond addicted. The same thing happens with a succubus. If you take your time in between your turns with a succubus, you can regain your energy the same way. However, you get so addicted, it's like crack laced with crack, wrapped in crack with a dose of crack with a side order of crack. I mean, it is so fucking addicting that it will, with you being away from it, is actually more painful than losing your energy. That's why you gotta watch that. I went to actually write a story on that, and I was like, you know what? It's when I started getting it, I got like 2 pages in. I'm like, this is boring, and I went did something else. Guard says, Jesus Christ, just had a 4v4 in the crucifixion woods. And I have no idea what the hell even happened. I just said I had 3 different invaders at once. You got invaded from 3 different at once? Dude, ow, you must be sore. And the next thing I know, it said that 2 people coming in to support me, and then midway through that fight, another invader and helped show up. This thing jumped. Says, good news, I live. Bad news, my 3 helpers. I guess they didn't make it. Crucifixion Woods. Isn't this religious? Ugh. If you don't know what that's from the movie Face Off. Old John Travolta, Nicolas Cage movie. Back when shoot 'em ups were actually good. That one actually had a good story to it, too. Let's see. Lena says, second season of Jobless Reincarnation is about the elf. Yep. Where she's hiding herself. I've seen bits. I haven't seen the whole thing. Where she was hiding herself. She finally exposes herself quite literally. And then, they get down to the business. And apparently he gives her the 10 dick because she gets completely enamored with him. Let's see. He says, I'm currently reading the manga. So, yeah. Again, I don't have that type of time, guys. I just don't. With everything going on, plus having to do this, it just doesn't work. So, Leonid, you like Hullo the Wise Wolf. Okay, yeah, that... I saw the first season of that. I have not seen any further. Again, I just don't have the time. Yep. Mr. Bite Me says, Sin, the anime Remonster. The guy sleeps with girls. I think I've actually seen it. I've seen most of it. He ends up impregnating all but I think 1. But the thing is, it makes sense that she's not pregnant. Why? She's a fucking vampire. Once they become truly undead, they cannot have children, which is why they reproduce by sucking the blood out of someone. And just as the heart is stopping, they slice themselves open, or they use their fangs to inject their own blood back in. And it's a very violent, very painful, and usually very dangerous thing to do, because the chances of you over or undershooting that are very high. But the fact that he can't get her pregnant the old-fashioned way, the fun way, it makes perfect sense. The thing is, it's I think I saw not the last episode, but second to last episode. I don't know. I lost track. I was watching it, but basically, if I had time, I'd search YouTube and try to find it. The problem is, a lot of these you can only watch them for maybe an hour or two after they first come out, and then they're either blocked by Susan, or you have all these god awful reaction videos, which all I can say is, motherfucker, I'm not your friend. I'm not your buddy. I don't want you to pause a video while I'm trying to watch it and start laughing and carrying on and saying how you like this or don't like that or something or other like that. No, I just want to watch the episode and I want you to go away. But it's just covered these reaction videos. Now, if you're reviewing the episode, that's completely different. That I got no problems with that. But these reaction videos can go fuck themselves. There's just so many of them. I just want to watch the episodes. That's so bad. And the thing with Remonster, that one you really have to take with a little bit of a side note, because all that stuff about every time he eats something, he becomes stronger, he gets whatever. And chances are he had when he came back after his first, go around with the Dryad, he probably got a little taste of her, and the fact that he's a guy and now he's just as alluring to the opposite sex as a Dryad is to a male. Yeah, that's probably what just drove them all over the edge. At least that's my take on it. Okay, Warsniper says, Sin, look after the stream. Azar Lane Kashino. I got it wrote down Azar Lane. And then you get a clear idea what I mean, because maybe it's not clear to me, but I think the message was not clear. So to make it clear, I am atomic. Okay. Why not? Okay. Leno's going over to Demon saying, yep, he likes Hall of the Wise. She's a little bit pretentious for me as far as folks go. War Sniper says, why do I get more and more the feeling you talk about Shadow Essence? Why do I get more and more the feeling you talk about Shadow of Essence in the shadow? I really don't know what you mean. I stopped watching that show. If there's a hidden meaning in the way you're putting that, I'm lost. Demon says, I always thought Essence in the shadow was supposed to be a trope making fun of the overpowered main type stuff, and I love Delta. She's adorable. I don't know which one that is. The fact that he names them over the phonetic alphabet is kind of weird. Is that the one who is the one with no chest and she fakes it? Or is that the one who doesn't need to fake it because she's so well endowed? I don't know. I don't know. He's got like 50 women around him at all times, and they're all like 15-year-old hot as all hell chicks. I mean, this guy should be on a registry somewhere. Let's see. Demon says, I'm really enjoying the remake and makes me want to go back and watch the originals again. Okay. Mr. Bite Me says, Sin, I appreciate your candor and views on Essence. No offense taken. Okay, bang. Good thing too. I usually, when I'm in front of folks and we're talking about something, I was like, I have my opinion. Are you sure you want it? Because you're not going to want to see, you're not going to ever feel the same way after I'm done. And I did that once with somebody who was an addict for Disney movies. By the time I was done, he's like, I can't watch any more ever again. I was like, dude, I told you. I hate Disney. Disney can go fuck itself sideways with a telephone pole wrapped in barbed wire and concertina. Oh, no, wait. That's Disney's Tuesday night. I need to think of something else. Base says, I really like, or War Sniper says, I like beta and alpha. Why not? Guard says, Sin, when you get to this, try looking up Manga Hub. Manga Hub? Let me grab my pen here. Well, I don't have enough time to sit there and read a manga, if that's what you're I'll look it up here in a minute. Warstorm says Delta is adorable, but like the other two, more like the other two, more the blue hair elf with a small chest complex. Okay, so she's the one where her boobs melt off. Yeah, I saw the bit. And it's just like, really? It's jealous much is all I could say. That's a kind. I wonder if that's kind of a thing they have over in Japan where women are concerned about the size of their chesticles. I really don't know if that's just a trope from anime or that's based off reality. Weird. Excuse me. Okay. Guard says you can read a whole bunch of mangas for free on there, including Jobless Reincarnation. Only drawback is that every time you click on the screen, you're going to take to some backwater rapper's YouTube video or was going to take you to a porn ad. The worst one yet, insurance ads. Yeesh, that is pretty bad. And I don't know what's worse, the porn or the insurance. I think I've been on that site before because I remember going on one and it was doing something very similar and I just got off the site because it was pissing me off. Steven says, I mean, I like most of the Seven Shadows, but Delta is my fave. Delta is a wolf girl. Okay. Now I know who you're talking about now. Yeah, the one who literally, she is like a wolf beastkin or something like that, however you want to say that. And she still like sits around like a dog and everything, wants to be fed like a dog and shit like that. I on that one I could see where somebody could get annoyed. Like, really? You're in human form. Act like it, please. Especially in public. Okay. Guard says, I'm waiting for them to break that rule and remaster, and magically she gets pregnant with twins. Oh, and Remonster. Okay. I think I think the spell check kind of bitch in the ass on that one, Guard. That's I was wondering what she's saying, remaster. I was like, remaster. If she does get pregnant with twins, boy, she's gonna feel drained. But the thing is, it's that I don't know how that would work. The thing is, almost all of them don't have the same species as their mother. I mean, I think there's one human in the whole thing, and he has what, 6 kids, something like that. It's crazy, and all at the same time too. Let's see. Lena says, I think the problem is that vampires get stuck in the original body before the conversion, kind of like the 300-year-old teenager who's frustrated with having a teenager body. Yeah, I could see that being a pain in the ass. Which is why, actually, in mine, when I said that nobody ages anymore, I had to make sure I put in there for real life or fantasy that you don't stop aging until you get to your whatever peak age it is. Usually that's around 20. And the reason I said that is because, well, you don't want to be stuck in a 5-year-old's body with a 500-year-old mind. That would be, oh God, it'd be who is that? Baby Herman from Who Plays Roger Rabbit. Got a 30-year-old lost and a 3-year-old dinky. Yeah, so okay. War Sniper is saying the blue hair elf one is weird. You misspelled weird, by the way, unless you want to say ward. Lena says, for the comedy purposes, all female vampires could become lesbians when they become vampires. There are so many old jokes that go along with that. You know, what same cases, what do vampires call used tampons, tea bags? You know, there's so many jokes with that. But seriously, in vampire culture, you never want to use the phrase "bite me." I mean, that's again an old joke. Excuse me. But yeah, I mean, if they were really going to do that and then they have their special powers. Oh, wait, I know. They already did that show. It's called The Arclight from Star Wars. They're all vampires. They're all got special powers. They're all lesbians. I got to be careful saying the actual word too much, folks. I'm not just making fun of it. It's just that the algorithm will shut this thing down. You know, there you go. You got it already. Okay, Warsniper says, men more and more look to women that are mature and have a big chest, so maybe there's a little truth to it. A little bit, I could see that. The thing is, it might just be a culture thing on there, kind of like you're talking about. Because I know in Japanese culture, because I dated a Japanese girl, and well, for lack of a better, I'm just going to tell you straight, I lost a bet. And basically, except for what I had to shave every day, had to go and get some waxing pads and rip everything off, which, by the way, was not fun. Well, she got pissed off at me because in their culture, if you don't have body hair, it's considered childish, or you're spending time, sleeping with a child. If the person doesn't have body hair, it's considered a maturity thing. I didn't know that. She liked the fact that my arms and stuff was smooth once the Band-Aids came off because, I mean, chunks of my skin got ripped out, but still. Demon says, email with Brave and the anime site sent to you. Okay. I'll check them out. The, yeah, wax. Well, these were already pre-done. You pull the thing off of the adhesive and you really throw it on you. And I'll tell you what, when they did my back, I didn't think anything was there. I think they just pulled skin. And it said, seriously, it was like a scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin. I'm just screeching. They're like, oh, it can't be that bad. It's like, really? Give me your arm. No. I know it can't be that bad. Go, give me your arm, you bitch. Come here. Yeah, lost a bet. It's you don't. This is one of the reasons why you don't bet, and just I don't do it. I don't gamble anymore. Went through the pain. Oh, wait, somebody played that same bet on you? Seriously, I walked. How do I put this? Yeah, I don't get into the bets only sure if so long as I'm sure I'm going to win. Yeah, that's pretty much the only way to do it. Nowadays, the closest I get to is if I tell them something that people don't think is true, I go, here, prove me wrong. Prove me wrong. Pull out your phone and prove me wrong. I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker. Prove me wrong. And when they, come up with some sort of BS, I'm like, hold on. Here's the one that says that you're full of shit. I mean, hell, I had the whole thing about what the hell was it? The sugar in the brain basically causing diabetes of the brain. And they're like, no, that can't be true. Well, here you go. Nice to say while I'm drinking a soda, but I need something. Lena says, I heard that Japanese like when people watch anime. I'm sure they do because it's part of their culture. I mean, anime was basically created from American culture. Why do you think all the big eyes? Everything was based off like Mickey Mouse and stuff like that, because that's and Betty Boop. Although the thing is, the Betty Boop cartoon makes me cringe every time because she's only supposed to be like 14 years old. I mean, come on, what the fuck, over? Just wrong. It's wrong on so many levels. And I'll tell you what, one thing I would love to do is make my own anime. I can't draw. I'd need to link up with one of the studios. But one of the first things I'd say when I walk in is go, okay, I'm going to sign papers, but I'm going to have my lawyer make sure that certain criteria are in. Oh, by the way, if Sweet Baby Inc. is going to be in charge of anything before this thing goes to the general public, I'm walking out the fucking door because I don't have time to deal with that. And if you guys don't know about Sweet Baby Inc. by now, let me learn you something. These diversity quota shoving sons of bitches, or just bitches, decided that they're going to go in, and as soon as you have a good story, they're going to go and say, what if we change the main character from the woman she is to a woman with a different backstory entirely from a totally different area that doesn't work with the story because it fits our idea of the quota we want to push, and we're just going to put it in there even though it doesn't work at all, and we're going to switch this woman with this woman, but this woman we're switching her with fits another bunch of different boxes that we're going to have. Plus, we're going to change the way she talks, the way she walks, and do all this other thing. And all of a sudden, you're like, this isn't the story you created. It's garbage. They don't care. If you don't pay them off and allow them to basically bend over what you've done and do it dry, then they're going to sit there and sue you for not having the correct diversity in your media. This is why, if you know that they're in even touching, if they've been called to consult even on a single property, I don't care if it's anime, games, movies, TV shows, doesn't matter. Just block them completely. Just block them. Don't watch it. If I find out they're in charge of any of the Deadpool stuff, even though I want to see that in the middle of this month or next month, I won't go. Just won't go. It's bad enough that Disney's in there. Okay. Where was I? Demon says, well, if I remember correctly, didn't Germany introduce animation to Japan? They introduced animation. The inspiration of the characters came from, again, Betty Boop and Mickey Mouse. Because that's one of the first things they saw was the original, like, Mickey Mouse cartoons, Steamboat Willie and stuff like that. Demon says, and I thought anime characters' faces are kind of based off cat faces. That's a Japanese thing. I watched a video based off that. Yeah, come on. They got fox girls. Why wouldn't they have cat faces? Not to mention, when they did the profile sideways, it kind of accentuates that. Guard says, yes, the infamous Les Bound trying to protect the stream. Yeah. From the Acolyte that made absolutely no damn sense. And it recons Little Birth of Annie. Yeah, they literally took the whole thing and said, we want this to be ours. We didn't create it. We didn't spend decades building up a fan base or anything, but we're going to just steal everything. Those women can find the darkest part of my ass and kiss it repeatedly. Just, ugh. Okay, Worst Number says, I haven't been in Japan yet. I would love to go. But I would go there for two reasons. One, I see the pink trees, and which I've been to Korea, and I've been around that when they're in full bloom. It's beautiful. It is gorgeous. And two, the Japanese, is it Religion? Really? Buildings in valleys, and maybe we'll go to a city and see women cosplays because it's so nice. Oh, I should have seen that last part coming. But yeah, I think the old architecture would be very interesting to see. Again, I was stationed in Korea. I just happened to be able to come back during gunnery. They had us disappear for gunnery because that was the whole romantic season. Guess who got to come back? All the officers and higher ranking NCOs. They could come back and they could take their wives and girlfriends and their other girlfriends. I'm not kidding on that. To all these places, and it was great for them. And they got all these pictures and all these videos, and it's great. But all us enlisted guys were in the field eating MREs, living in a hole, hoping to God that monsoon season doesn't come early. Ugh. Let's see. Guard says Anakin was created by the Force to counter the Sith, and it took a lot of energy. And then you have the assholeite where women are just knocked up by doing cringy dance. Yeah, what they didn't show is they had they scissored by themselves, That's how apparently how they did it. The thing is, what got and here's one that all you have to do when anybody says the acolyte actually works when you think about it, ask them this one question. The woman who supposedly carried the twins is a night sister or whatever with a spiky horned head. Why in the flying fuck knuckles do the kids not look like her? Why do they look like the one who just caused the genes to split in the body? Why do they look like the one who didn't donate any genetic material at all? Why do they look absolutely nothing like the woman that carried him? That is a physical impossibility. So, again, they can kiss the darkest part of my ass. Oy. Okay. I hate it when they destroy good IP. I used to love it as a kid. Now I can't stand it. Lena said, that's why people don't like English dub voice actors because they are activists. Yes, absolutely. 100,000 million % on that one. Demon says, Guard just made me spit out my soda, laugh my ass off. I should have not found that so funny, but I did. It's become its own internet meme. Power of the this, power of the that, power of the what the flying fuck. And it's just no. It just I've seen enough reviews on it. I'm glad I never watched that freaking show because it's bad. It's so bad it makes the live action Ahsoka look good, and that was horrible. Oh my god, that was bad. That was just shit. And they're making this look good. I mean, yeah. Oh, these freaking assholeites can lick my asshole for all I care. Okay, Demon says, I hear they are now trying to tie Anakin's mom into the witch cult. Now Star Wars is totally Star Wars was already dead. They're trying to give it CPR, but they're blowing up its butthole. Disney murders our child. Disney murdered your childhood a long time ago. Trust me. If you start breaking down Disney itself, you'd realize that they destroyed your childhood a long time ago. Lena says, Truck Coon is a legendary creature of mayhem that sends the protagonist to another world. Not only that, I saw the one with the train where it hit the bus and every single one of them got isekai'd. I forget the name of it. But yeah, what I really don't like about those is, again, they make it seem like everything that is not Japanese is just weak. And I'm just like, I'm sorry, but no. That was one of the things when I did my isekai, when the guy walked up and says, where's your shield wall? Oh, we don't need a shield wall. The hell you don't. Shield walls work. That's why they've been used. All you need is some pieces of wood and some handles. And believe me, you're going to save a lot of people. SS Demon, yes, Truck Kun is one powerful god. Brian saying, Japan is beautiful. That's what I hear. I'd love to go there. I just don't have the time, don't have the money. It is what it is. Guard says, I'm disappointed that part, but I'm extremely pissed that they had a Wookiee Jedi and then killed him 2 episodes later off screen. Oh, I'll do you one better. On the actual movie poster that they, or show, whatever the hell, that they still use, they used Trinity from The Matrix. She was the big name. They were going to bring her in. They killed her off in the first 5 minutes. So, yeah, these folks are bad. It's just bad. Oh, it's bad. Oh. Demon saying, be right back, getting the pizza out of the oven. No, I had kielbasa for dinner, so I don't need pizza. Let's see. Mr. Bite Me says, there is a long history in Japan culture of cat girls and animal people in the Shinto religion. Yes, in some weird fascination with octopussy. Either octopus into octopussy or the actual octopussy that you're actually banging. That it's weird. I mean, like, we're talking 1400s, 1300s. Some of their most earliest drawings is somebody getting tentacled. My brain hurts. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of beastkin in their history on that one. Worst neighbor saying, yep, a lot of friends told me Japan is beautiful, so when I find a way to get an income, I will go to it. Yep. I was thinking the same thing. Closest I've been is I've been to Korea. I flew through Thailand, and I still couldn't get out of that place fast enough. As soon as I got to the hotel, I look out and the ocean was green. I was on the phone. Can I get an earlier flight? What's the earliest I can get out of here? Oh, I can take the red eye tonight? Thanks. I'll be there. Ugh. Let's see. Worst neighbors. I know one girl that is into tentacle shit. Like, okay, sorry. Like 4 layers of skin just crawled off my back. Mr. Bite Me says the multi-horn species is a Dathomirian. Darth Maul is one of okay. Oh, Dathomirian. God. Yeah, the Night Sisters, the Day Brothers. I know about that because the actual 3D show was actually good. Everything else sucked. Star Wars Rebels was horrible. It was kiddie show bullshit. Guard says, I'm glad I have people like Henry Cavill who's pushing back against the entire changing everything for the sake of change instead of keeping it to the story. Yeah, I don't know what the hell he's going to do with the Warhammer 40K now that he's in that. Hell, he keeps postponing his Warhammer. Okay, there you go. Postponing his Warhammer show because Amazon gave him the same people who kept making all the shitty Amazon shows. Thankfully, they made him executive director, which means anything they make has to go by him. He's rejected over 17 different plots. Wow. Well, here's to Mr. Cavill for sticking to his guns. And as soon as I heard that the female Aston Martins or whatever the hell they call themselves, yeah, it's yeah, I think it was pretty much done. See, Lena says they couldn't use Yoda, so they brought back Kai Ade Monday. Oh, the guy with the tall head. Yeah, he wasn't even born yet. That was bad. Yeah, I could see that. You know he's a polygamist, right? Remember, I got stuck over in the sandbox with the guy who wouldn't shut up about Star Wars. He would read the books over and over again until the next book came out, and then he'd read that one over and over again. It was bad. It was just bad. Ernest says, excuse me while I punch out my mind's eye. War Sniper, yokai is the name of all the species together. I thought yokai was a spirit thing. Okay. I'm going to have to do a little research. But really would visit the Shinto temples or shrines. Yep. Well, same difference on that. And yeah, I think that would be really interesting to see. I mean, like I said, I'm into old architecture, which is just genuinely nice to see. One of the things I did get to see when I was in Thailand is the shrines they have over there, and they're beautiful. I mean, just well kept, well put together. I mean, I couldn't go everywhere because you have to be actually Buddhist to enter certain areas, and I respect those, obviously. And they're just, it's just amazing, really. But again, I couldn't, if I wasn't taking the red eye and I could have got the first flight out of there, just literally jump in a cab and hurry up over there, I would have gone. The place stunk. Anyways, seems like we're reaching the end of the chats, folks. So, I think I'm going to, oh, damn it, excuse me. I think I'm going to call it a night for tonight. I do appreciate everybody sticking with me on Syntext Live. And hopefully we'll have some more next week. I will be taking everybody's words into account. I do have to look up this lane thing, the Azure lane, and look into story rotations and all that other fun stuff to make sure I give you guys the best content. Just remember, in the comment sections, comments, critiques are always welcome. If somebody's trolling, by all means, tear them a new one. And I will see you later. But before I go, I do have to say, here's your weekend safety brief. If you drink, you don't drive. You drive, you don't drink. If your buddy wants to drink and drive, kick his fucking ass. If your little soldier's going in the bush, make sure he wears his poncho. And take care of yourselves, because I want to see you all here next week. Same time, same channel on Syntex Live. This is Syntex ejecting.